Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this hypnosis session, you'll be listening to a session to release somatic pain. And somatic pain, a good way of thinking about this is kind of emotions stored somewhere in your body. And that can sound strange or unbelievable to certain people, but I'll give you a few examples. A lot of the time when people feel excited, they'll use the word they feel butterflies. That is a somatic sensation. They feel the emotion physically. Or if someone feels really anxious, they feel like a knot in their stomach. Again, it's somatic. The client that I was working with had almost like a block in their throat, and they felt this ever since something that they felt was unjustified happened. They were very angry, but they couldn't speak up. So they had that, and they also had this kind of heavy and tightness in their chest, which was linked to a lot of anger, frustration, and a feeling of unfairness linked to a lack of consideration. So what I was doing in this session is two key things. One is a protocol that helps to release physical sensations linked to emotions. The goal is to disassociate certain emotions that may have been useful in the moment, but certainly aren't useful after that. Things like anger and hate and frustration and resentment and all of these things, not good to keep them in the body. And a lot of people suppress their emotions. They try and sweep them under the carpet, but that normally comes out in unintended ways. The goal is to release them, not suppress them. So there's that bit going on here. And then there's also what's called a disassociation of a traumatic memory. They said, look, can you just hypnotize me to make these painful memories go away? So you're going to hear a variation of what's called the swish pattern. So they imagine associated, reliving the moment, condensing that image down into a dot all the way into the sun, and then observing how they would want to have been in the same moment as a resourceful version of them. So there's a little bit going on here, but at its core, it's about releasing emotions from the past, these emotions trapped as a physical sensation somewhere in the body. And lots of people, if you have conversations with people as I do, and you say, look, where do you feel that anger in your body? Don't be surprised if people start pointing to different locations. For some people, it's in the jaw, some people around the temple, some people feel it in their chest, their heart, some people in their hands. And it's because the body experiences emotions in a physical way. You've probably heard of something called synesthesia. Synesthesia is where people link sounds to colors and those things. A lot of people, if they read something in capitals, they make it like it's shouting in their inner dialogue. So we have this ability to map sensory modalities across, and they change things. A physical sensation like pain or tightness linked to an emotion, we all feel that, but some people are more aware of it than others. And obviously it's extreme, you feel it even more. So if you feel that there is a physical sensation in your body linked to certain moments, tightness around the throat, the chest, some sensation in your body that you don't like, then I think you'll get some value from this session. It was calibrated to the individual in front of me. There is no video for this one because they were in the room. I only recorded the audio, so you're going to see, if you are watching this on YouTube, some kind of effects and things like that. But it's because it was done in that context. But the essence of this is that it was created for that individual. If you like something calibrated to you releasing emotions, or feeling different maybe about certain people in your life, that might be colleagues or, people, extended family, and you want to feel different, there will be a link in the description where you can schedule that free consultation call to explore working with me directly. For now, though, find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in that resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow any feelings of stress, worry, or tension to feel like it's slowly leaving your body in your outward breath. Breathing in that relaxation, and that's it, releasing that tension. As you use the power of your imagination to imagine a private beach, maybe a cove with soft white sand, still waters. Imagine a paradise beach. Maybe there's palm trees, blue skies and sunshine. I want you to imagine that this beach is a sanctuary, a place of peace, safety, and pure relaxation. And I want you to imagine somewhere on this beach is the most luxurious, comfortable lounger that you could imagine, with the perfect view of the ocean. And next to this lounger are two empty travel suitcases, both in silver. But ignore these suitcases for now, and just imagine walking to that lounger, lying on the lounger, allowing your body to sink into that reclined lounger. Imagine wearing whatever clothing is appropriate to be there on that beach, feeling the warm sun on your skin, hearing the gentle breaking of the waves on the shore. I want you to feel a wonderful feeling of deep, deep relaxation. I want you to scan your body for any clues of tension. As shortly I count down from 10 to 1. And with each descending number, you will feel a sense of release. Let's start with the top of your head. 10. Scan the top of your head, your scalp, your forehead for any clues of tension or stress. As you breathe in that relaxation and exhale that tension, just allow it to leave your body in your outward breath. And then 9, focus now on all the tiny muscles in your face, around your nose, your cheeks, your mouth. Become aware of any tension and then just exhale that tension on your outward breath. And now 8, focus on your jaw. All the muscles that go down from your ear to your chin. Release any tension now. Feeling a wonderful sense of your head getting heavier and more relaxed. There on that recliner. There on that beach. Eyelids getting heavier and heavier. As 8 turns to 7, now focus on your neck and your shoulders. And for many people, the neck and the shoulders is where stress is stored. But imagine that stress melting away like an ice cube under the sunshine. Just see that ice cube melt away and feel like that's what's happening in any tension in your neck and shoulders. That's it. And then imagine an ice cube there in your throat, feeling like something is blocking. But because you're breathing in that warm, resourceful relaxation, imagine that melting. So any tension there in your throat is also melting away now. As 7 turns to 6, your arms get heavier, limp and loose, more and more relaxed. That's it. And then even your internal organs start to relax. Allow your heart to relax, your lungs to relax, even your stomach, all the way down to your diaphragm. So you're breathing deeper now, less from your chest and more from your belly. Deeper and deeper relaxed as 5 turns to 4. Focus now on your gut. For many people, that's where anxiety is stored. Feel that start to melt away as the relaxation ripples down into your legs. That's it. Legs getting limp, loose and heavy, just like the arms. 3 goes down to 2. Now focus on your lower legs. Your calf muscles, your ankles, just feel that tension melting away. And then 1 down into your feet, your toes, rippling all the way up with relaxation to the top of your head and then back down to your fingertips. As you feel so relaxed, it's almost like you're drifting off into a dreamlike sleep. In fact, imagine all of those times that you had a nap on the beach, and sometimes you had vivid dreams while napping on the beach. And I want you to drift to that place where you can have a vivid dream that you are now standing beside yourself, seeing your physical body asleep in that recliner. But I want you to imagine how good it would feel to lift up those 2 small suitcases. You remember the ones, the silver suitcases, 1 in each hand. They're empty. They just weigh maybe 2 or 3 kilos. And I want you to walk with those empty suitcases into the sea. Not deep into the sea, just where your ankles occasionally have the waves rippling up. So imagine looking back and seeing that other version of you fast asleep on the lounger. And then imagine holding those 2 empty suitcases, 1 in the left hand, the other in the right hand. They're empty, they feel light. But I'm going to ask you to scan your body for emotions and to transfer those emotions into the suitcases. And each time you transfer an emotion into the suitcase, your body will feel lighter and the suitcase will feel heavier. And let's start with stress. Scan your whole body for any clues of stress. You've already let go of so much, but any more stress, just move it from your body, down your arms into the suitcase. It could be one in particular or both at the same time. And notice those bags get a little bit more heavy. And now, I want you to scan your body for any frustrations. There might be things you've been frustrated about, or maybe things that you're still frustrated about. Frustration normally means you're on the verge of a breakthrough, and you can hold on to that knowledge that you are about to break through without needing to hold on to the frustration. So transfer that frustration from wherever it is in your body into the suitcases. And the suitcases get heavier. But now let's do some more intense emotions. And the first is anger. Maybe you were angry at someone, and maybe that anger still exists within you. For some people, anger is close to the heart, near the chest. But I want you to scan your body for where you feel any echoes of anger. And when you find it, let me know by nodding your head. And then mentally shift it from that location to the suitcases. But anger is a heavy emotion. And when you move it from that location down your arms into the suitcases, you feel lighter. You feel with more energy. And it's the suitcases that now feel heavy. As you feel that release, I want you to scan your body now for any hate. Maybe there's things you hate, people you hate, situations you hate. But hate is like drinking a poison and hoping someone else gets sick. And you don't need that poison within you anymore. And if you can scan your body for where that hate is, let me know by nodding your head. That's it. And then shift it. Breathing in and breathing out is the pump that shifts the hate from your body down your hands, your arms into the suitcase. And hate is just as heavy as anger. And you can feel those suitcases getting heavier and heavier. And now sadness. Sadness normally comes when promises are broken, pain was incurred, moments happened that shouldn't have happened. Sometimes we feel that in the throat. More often than not, sadness is in the throat and not the heart. I want you to scan your body for where you feel that sadness or just echoes of sadness. And when you find it, let me know by nodding your head. That's it. And then shift it, breathing in and breathing out. Pumps the sadness from that location down your arms into the suitcase. And the suitcases are feeling heavy now. So heavy. Scan your body now for any regrets. People regret two main things. Things they did, they wish they didn't, or things they didn't do, but wish that they did do. And regrets can be heavy. And they're heavy because we can't change the past. But the goal of a regret isn't to change the past. It's to extract the wisdom so you change the future. So extract all of the wisdom from those regrets. But you don't need to hold on to them anymore. Shift those regrets down your arms into the suitcases. And if the suitcases are getting heavier and heavier, let me know by nodding your head. Those suitcases are full of anger and hate and frustration and stress and regrets. But now scan your body for resentment. Resentment takes place when you hold a grudge, a bad feeling against someone. The antidote to resentment is acceptance. You don't have to forgive them. Just accept that that is who they are. Would you get angry at a snake if it bites you? Or would you just think that that's what snakes do and you need to keep your distance from a snake? If you can get to that place of accepting the people that have hurt you, shown a lack of consideration, forgiveness is just an option, not an obligation. But if you can accept that those people are those people, and you get to decide how you respond going forwards. Let me know by nodding your head as you move that heaviness of resentment down your arms into the suitcases, and the suitcases are getting heavier and heavier and heavier now. And then scan your body for any other emotions. Could be helplessness, voicelessness. Could be annoyances, anxieties and worries. Just scan your body for anything else that feels like it's trapped in your body's tissue, held in your heart, your bones, your muscles or tendons. Just move it from those places into the bags. And I want you to imagine the bags are so heavy. It's almost like 20 kilos worth of weight in each arm. I want you to get a sense that carrying a weight that heavy in your hands would toughen up your hands. In the same way that all of these emotions that you've experienced, that you've been holding on to, toughened you emotionally. You are more resilient now than you've ever been. And you are wiser now than you've ever been. So allow your mind to come to the conclusion that you don't have to be less sensitive to become more resilient. Those emotional calluses are there to protect you, to help you remain sensitive. And then imagine walking into the sea with those bags. I want you to imagine it's time to let go of all of this emotional weight. And I want you to imagine seeing a mythical creature, maybe a mermaid, maybe something else. Imagine it getting close to you, and as you let go of the bags, feel the release of all of that emotion. And then imagine that creature takes those bags far, far away. You retain the wisdom, the knowledge, the experiences, but no longer have to hold on to all of that emotional weight anymore. And then while you're standing there in the sea, imagine looking up and seeing a huge screen in the sky, like a projector, a cinema screen just hovering over the sea. And I want you to see a memory, a time when you were treated badly, you were bullied, someone showed you some lack of consideration, or just a moment that was traumatic or caused anxiety in some way. Just one memory. And see that giant image like you're back in your body and what you're seeing is through your own eyes. And then shrink that memory down and send it all the way into the sun. Millions of miles into the sun. Imagine that memory burns to a crisp. And then from the sun, a new memory, a new thought arrives. And I want you to see yourself in the same situation like you're someone else, but this time see you handling the situation differently because you have more emotional resilience. The other person, if there is one, does the same thing, but your reaction is different. See yourself with strong boundaries, clearly communicating what you are or not prepared to do. I want you to see yourself with the expression of being unbothered, unfazed. Almost like what is happening is insignificant to you. And if you can see that version of you being unbothered by the same memory that caused that intense emotional reaction, then let me know by nodding your head. And then imagine floating up from the sea and going into that version of you in that image, that movie where you become that person. Imagine the other person is saying things or doing things that in the past would have created a reaction, but now you feel ambivalent. You feel like there's a force field around you, that you can respond rather than react, to feel less triggered, to feel more empowered, feel more confident, to feel resilient. And when you feel those empowering emotions, let me know by nodding your head. Hold on to that thought as you are priming your subconscious to access this state the next time someone does something similar. You don't have to take the bait. You don't have to react. Anger, frustration, hate are all choices. And I want you to feel that you are too discerning to waste these emotions on people or situations that don't deserve it. Imagine leaving that future version of you and floating back to the beach, seeing that version of you that's been fast asleep all of this time on the lounger. And then imagine stepping into that version of you, taking all of these changes with you. You've let go of all of those heavy emotions, and you've awakened confidence, resilience. And notice a level of relaxation around your throat and your chest that feels wonderful. That's it. And then imagine leaving the recliner, walking on the beach, and deciding it's come to the time to return to the present. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, connect and calibrate into the here and the now. As I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.